and welcome. Where to begin? I guess I should say this is actually my second time recording this video because the first time went so horribly wrong that I pretty much just had to scrap everything. And to be honest, I wasn't even quite sure I wanted to keep making this video because of the final test that I ran and the test results that came back. And I'll explain those later, but it's kind of why I've decided to call this a beta version, because there is problems with it. I know it's not good to start a video saying that, oh my gosh, there's problems with the build, but I figure that's how I'll do it this time around. And it's kind of sad because I was so excited to show this to you guys, but then, like I say, I found problems. But ultimately, I figured I will show it because maybe it can be inspiring to somebody to come along and improve it and make it better. Yeah. So, and the other thing that kind of encouraged me to decide to show this, rather than just completely scrap it, is recently I made over 50 subscribers, which doesn't sound like much for sure, but on my channel that's a pretty good milestone. So I just want to say thank you to you guys who've been subscribed for a while, and to you new subscribers. I appreciate it. Thank you. So now I guess without further ado, we'll get into this little build. So firstly, as you can see, the engine design is not mine. It's by a YouTuber called Blazing King YT. It's his actual engine that this is built on. And then the inspiration for the flying base concept, and in particular using trapped chests to trigger redstone, I got from EvilDrSteve in one of his videos. I saw this like 6 months ago, and it's just kind of been hanging around in the back of my brain, and figured, what can I do with this? And so I'll leave a link to both of these channels down in my description, so you guys can go check them out. Pretty decent. And so I guess I'll show you the build, kind of explain it, and then do a kind of go over the problems, and then like a quick build through. So this is it. It's not much to look at. What we have here basically are 3 platforms. You've got the one to the right, the one to the middle with your little cockpit cauldron seat in it, and then a wing over here to the left. To run this, the trap chests are triggering the pistons, and to move you trigger a piston across from a Slimeblock, and to stop you trigger a piston across from a glazed terracotta. Pretty simple. To change directions you activate a wing, either that side or this side, and that will shift this center platform either left or right, and that changes your directions. So right now this center platform is actually to the left, and if I want to slide it to the right, I activate this trap chest and then this trap chest, and then to move it to the left I activate that trapped chest. This wing is maxed out on piston push limit, and so is the center, but the wing to the left has kind of one spot available, and so I figure you can have a furnace out to ride along with you so you can smelt stuff, or if you want that to be a crafting table, or I don't know, whatever you want really, you could have one block out on the left wing to ride out with you. Otherwise, you can keep your camp items in a chest, and then when you get to your destination, you can unpack your camp and then pack up before you leave again. Okay, so a little demonstration. Let's see if this works. So this cauldron is your cockpit. Now I would have preferred a minecart or even a boat, but during one of the previous updates they made it so neither of those items can sit on top of a slime block without being launched off. I mean, they will glitch through blocks to get launched off. I don't know any way of containing them really on top of a slime block and have it be efficient. But cauldrons here are kind of the fallback to answer to that. Not the best answer, but it is an answer. So to move, release your parking brake, which is any sort of throwaway block that you stick between the platforms. And then, like I said before, you just activate a piston. And away you go. Flying away. Let's get out a little distance. And then to stop, you activate the other piston. Like that. And we stop. And then to change directions, trigger wing. Now, like I said before, moving from left to right, you need to activate both of these. And that is because of how things are getting bunched up over here. All of these blocks bunched together are too much for a piston to push. But by doing that, we space this out, so now this will work again. So then, there we go. And now we're going back the other way without needing to set blocks or break blocks, anything like that. Okay, and you stop again. There we go. And then you can change directions again. Activate a wing, and then head off again. So in midair, you can stop and change directions, which I think is pretty cool. It's kind of the first step. And then the next step would be a four-directional flying machine, and then maybe even a six-directional flying machine. Who knows? All right, let's stop. And then to park, you just take a throwaway block and you stick between. And now you can open up any of these chests without triggering anything. And you can store whatever you want in them. And say you park for the duration, you can unpack the stuff. Put down a bed, for example. Sleep. Now, fun fact about beds is they cannot be pulled by slime blocks or sticky pistons. So if you launch off, this bed will be left behind. You can slide right out from under this bed, and then if you die, you will actually probably spawn next to the bed and then fall down and die again. I kind of learned that the hard way. And beds cannot be pushed either. They will actually break into an entity item, a droppable item. But like I say, before you leave again, you need to pack up your camp. Otherwise, there will be too many blocks weighing this down and nothing will move. Okay, now to get to the bottom, to get to the floor of everything, you just grab some water. And then I like to put a block there so the water stream does not split into two flows, as it were. And then you just ride your water stream up and down. See, there it goes all the way down. And then when you get back up again, you pack things up. Now, can I get that? Yes, I can. Now, one issue is you can potentially lose this piston. Let's see if I can demonstrate that. Oh, it's one reason I don't like using cauldrons. They are so difficult to get into. There we go. Okay. Alright, let's see if I can demonstrate dropping that piston. Alright, so we lose our block. Now I believe it's you hit that, and then instead of triggering this, if you thought right away, oh, and that's not the direction I want to go, I actually want to turn around again. And then you quickly do that? Nope. Let's see if I can't do this. You quickly do that. Nope. There we go. You quickly do that, and now you've lost a piston. And that actually took me a few tries, but sometimes it happens right away. You don't panic. Basically, don't panic. Stop yourself. And that, to be honest, that is the only piston that you'll lose. This one I surrounded with slime blocks for that and for other reasons. But you stop yourself, you properly change directions, and then you just back up for it. And then when you connect back up, you stop. And then turn around and go back on your way, or do whatever it is that you were planning to do originally. So, no big deal. There it is. It works. Okay, now I said when we started the video that there was kind of a big flaw with this that discouraged me from even thinking about making this. And that was, full disclosure, you can potentially glitch through and fall to your death. And I learned that while making the other video, because my final test, I wanted to see how far this could actually go, one direction. So I stepped away from my computer, and I don't know how long it was going, but this actually flew for about 3,500 blocks before I glitched through and died. And I think what happened is my computer started some idle time background tasks, and that caused a lag spike and caused me to fall to my death. So if you're playing on a realm that is prone to lag spikes, this might not be the safest option. And I was going to use this setup to fly across the void in the end, and I think for the most part it will be safe, but there's going to be that nagging feeling in the back of my mind that I could fall to my death and die. But that's kind of going to be the biggest obstacle, I think, to get around, is how to safely ride on these things without dying. So yeah, something to puzzle through. Okay, so I think we will switch to my flat world, and I'll do a quick build through with this, even though it's pretty simple. I mean, you can kind of see what's going on. All it's made up of is 3 glazed terracotta, 18 slime blocks, 5 trapped chests, 2 pistons, 3 sticky pistons, and 3 observers. That's it. That's all that makes this up. But I will see you in my flat world. Here we are in my testing world. And this is the flying machine right here. So here we go. Okay, so we're going to start with the observer. Sticky piston on that. Slime block coming around. Glazed terracotta there. Okay, so then we are going to come across with the glazed terracotta. Going going to have a sticky piston facing the slime block, and then a slime block to the side, and then back and surrounding these guys like that. And then behind your sticky piston here, you are going to have an observer. And I did not want that to trigger, that's why I took that slime block out. And then from here, you are going to come out just one more, and over one, and then you're going to put a regular piston there. Take a trap chest to trigger that, a trap chest there to trigger this, and a trap chest here to trigger this piston. Put down your cauldron for your seat. So there's 2 platforms. Now next to your glazed terracotta, put an observer. And that is triggering, well, that is going to fire, we've got slime block, glazed terracotta, sticky piston off the slime block because that fires to that. And then we are going to wrap around the glazed terracotta like that. And then we are going to come out around one more time, kind of around that hole for a regular piston. Right there. So, sticky piston here, regular piston there. And take another trap chest on that slime block to trigger this piston. And trap chest there on that to trigger that piston. And that should be it. Let's give it a test. There we go. Okay. And stop. Good. There you go. That's all there is to it. The build. Thanks for watching. Hope you, if nothing else, got inspired to maybe try your own flying base. Maybe think about a 4-way flying base. That'd be pretty cool. So until next time, have fun. Bye.